He's been almost 50 years with U.S. writer Judy Blumes published her innovative and contentious opening roman Are You Down There Deity? He's Me Margaret, AYTGIMM. Following year of rejection giving to rotate it in a movie, she has eventually coordinated Are You Down There Deity? He's Me, Margaret was published in 1970 and is focused about 11-year-old Margaret, as she navigates sexual maturity and questions her belief. She later forms a open secret clubhouse in her girlfriends, wherever they talk and cleave all the essential issues, boys, bras and periods. In the passageway of period, the doesn't audio far off several present WhatsApp team chats. But time how may not lift eyelids while looking at present's planet of youthful age fictitious, the volume was cute revolutionist while it was at first published. The volume was a goal of several censor for the 1980s since of its sex and sectarian substance, in lot inviting for it to be prohibited in schools and libraries. Down there were though concoction how it concluded against Christian content, yet doesn't all how fair do you wish to recite it more than. It is the order so of passageway for female and girls, Fremon Craig said last date. He's uncommon for me to run in a female or lady who hasn't recited and each period I've aforementioned it to a female, they coupling their cardiac and let out the joyous choke. The volume comes on and tells you thou re not one female recall wherever they were while they recite it. I can't believe of else volume you can say how on, she extended. Lot on public print include share how agitated they are how the movie rights to Blumes' other roman include been purchased. Lyricist Amy Encourage, top named for company writing piece of music in Michael Bublé, had fair rotated 11 while she recite Are You Down There Deity? He's Me, Margaret. She recalls the volume possessing a big effect on her. It was the summer up I begun 6th class and the volume blew my before adolescent reason, she says. Blumes' speech were a continuous remind of the 1 year, how all the ego I was possessing were regular. I was fair love each some kid and I necessary how. I never thick felt love I fit in. Judy was down there to convince me how I did. The fair refuge team met you yet company writer says she though begun her own time clubhouse in her friends following read the volume, instead of sense love receive our periods was thing to be frightened of, Judy helping us see how it was just a transfer. Brenda Ruffiner, writer of Wherever I Dwell, as well remembers detecting AYTGIMM as a before teen and creature blown up off at the volume's outdoor and frank discussions on at first kisses and belief. These negotiations were not happening in my household, but they were speech I necessary to listen, says the youthful age fictitious author. Presence general of youthful female wish pensive presentation. They wish emotion integrity. I believe we get how of Judy Blumes. She says Blumes as well learned her to never shy off of hard or banned subject area. And time the fan lady during Ruffiner is extremely agitated on the movie, she is largest excited to stake thee in her daughters, proverb she thinks it will be a weeping and wonderful travel. The couple's loving for Blumes' job shown in a podcasting how they begun a year back. Every scene sees them break down downward ahead of Blumes' books, digging in the ideas they discover and debating pop civilization and the events of the epoch. In spite the volume creature almost 5 many decades ancient, both of hosts say they favorite the nature Margaret and found her extremely relatable, praise her mix of impudence and dangerous situation. She was the at first supporter who tell to me on a private standard, she had flaws and frustrations and yearnings, says Worthington. I believe present's youthful female are alike amazed by the volume's year. They might be reassured to aware how 11-year-old girls include been testing the identical testing and misery for generations. Michael concludes, as length as periods are stigmatized, disconcerting and willingly expected, Margaret will be ever pertinent.